Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Colin here again. Today I come to you very excited. I didn't think I was going to get to make this video, at least not for a while, but I'm like giddy excited here. This is an SMC SP-18 18-inch pedestal fan that is brand new, unopened in the box. Now, I have been looking for this particular SMC fan for over 10 years now, and I just found this one on Facebook Marketplace, brand new in the box for 15 bucks. It's hard to portray how excited and giddy I am right now, because I mean, it's like I never thought I was gonna find one. Like, I was starting to give up, honestly. It was, they're so I'd see them in school all the time, but like they were still in use and all that, and it's like, wow, I finally found one, and it happens to be brand new and in the box. So let's take a look. Well, before I dive right into the fan, I guess I should explain. When I was really little, and I'm talking really little, like 5 and under, my grandpa had one of these fans, and it was my great grandma's apparently, but it was like one of the few fans he had. He had this and that's a lie. He had this, a 16-inch Galaxy table fan with brown blades, which I have one now, and he had an antique GE. It was a GE Tradewind 10-inch oscillating fan. I'm still looking for one of those. That's like another holy grail fan. And he had this one. It was a little bit on the beat up side, but I used to play with this thing all the time. I thought it was so cool. We actually built a whole new base for it out of wood because the original one just was broken. He tried brazing it back together, and it didn't hold. So we built one out of wood. It was really cool. And then for whatever reason, when I was younger, I got really interested by tower fans of all things. This was before I was really into vintage fans. I just liked fans in general. And I saw tower fans, and I thought they were really cool. So I wanted to get one. But the deal my mom made with me was that if I wanted a tower fan, I'd have to get rid of that crazy pedestal fan with the ginormous wooden base on it. So of course I was sad, but I said, okay, I guess we'll dump that one. So I threw it out. I'm still kind of kicking myself for that. I'm so mad I did that, but oh well. So yeah, that was the end of that one, and I got this crappy Holmes tower fan, which I still have, but it's really a piece of junk. I realized that soon after I had thrown this one out to get that one. I realized that it was not the right idea. Even at the age I was, it was like, oh, what did I just do? So I've been searching for one pretty much ever since, and I finally found one, and I'm like really excited. So I like I said, it was on Facebook Marketplace for 15 bucks, local. It was like 10 minutes away from me. So I messaged the guy, said, is it still available? He said, yes. I said, okay, where can I come pick it up? He said, I'm running a garage sale. You could come pick it up. So I go to the garage sale, I meet him. Nice guy. He's cleaning out his mom's house, and his mom was, I guess, borderline hoarder. She bought a bunch of stuff and just left it in the box and never used it. So this is literally brand new and never used. Like, I popped it open, it's still all in the plastic and everything. But that's the story, so let's look into the fan now. Alright, I guess I'm stalling a little bit, but I guess we should look at the box first. This is the front of the box. You can see SMC Pedestal Fan 18-inch SP-18. On the front, and it advertises a modern white epoxy-coated safety metal grill, 3-speed push-button switch, adjustable neck 90 degrees automatic oscillation, powerful and precise motor, whisper-quiet operation, and 1-year limited warranty. And yes, I am aware about the recall, for all of you guys who are yelling in the comments right now. I am aware. I don't really plan on letting this thing oscillate. If I did want it to oscillate, I'll fix the defected area. And it says the same thing on the side here, just in a different arrangement. Here's that SMC logo. The box is in decent shape. It's not amazing, but it's mostly there. It got a little bit of water damage at one point here. So it's a little bowed out, and it's just a little beat up from being tossed around for probably the last 20 years. Speaking of 20 years, I really don't know what year this thing is. I'm going to guess anywhere from 1999 to 2001, but I guess we'll find out when we open it. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and open this here. This is like still kind of crazy to me. Alright, so you can see what I mean. It's literally brand new unopened. I had to cut the tape here to get to this. So, it looks like, I guess I should just start pulling things out. Here's our stand, and the legs for the stand. This is back when fans actually required assembly. Imagine that. I'm going to adjust the camera here so you guys can get a better angle here. There we go. Here's the little plastic doohickey that goes over the base. That's a little bent and warped, probably from sitting in the box for so long. Here are our grills. The lovely gray-blue blade is in there. And then all the way at the bottom of the box here, you can see is our motor assembly. Wow, this is really stuck in there. I will save all this packing material. And look, original instructions from SMC. How cool is that? That's in Spanish. Wow. Cool. They actually tell you how to assemble the fan because you had to assemble it back then. Imagine that. So here's a big pile of parts. I'm going to go ahead and open this first, mainly because I'm curious. What year? 2001. Alright, that's good enough for me. I'm just happy to find one in the first place. Wow. This is like pristine. The buttons are like clean and nice. They don't have to worry about this being cracked and broken, although I will be very careful with it. Just going to open that. It's even still got the plastic on the plug. You have a rubber band there. The cord is still all twist tied together. Like I said, I'm literally saving all of this. So by 2001, I believe these were ever so slightly cheaper, but that's alright. I think like the blades are flexible and all that stuff. Even a little thing on the shaft to keep it protected there. And we got the star-shaped nut for the motor. Also by 2001 they fixed the defect, I believe. I believe that was only the 98 models. So I'm going to make a little pile of pieces here. Here is our blade. These lovely blades. You can see these were a little flexible by then. But still, I'm just, like I said, I don't even care about that. I'm just happy to finally find one. I'm going to put that off to the side here. Undo our grills. Ah yes, the lovely SMC grill. It's the smooth one, it doesn't have the waves, but I believe that's the one I had. This epoxy coating is like still like grippy. It's like perfectly clean. Here's our back grill with the this thing, the band. That I definitely remember was a pain in the ass. But I'm still happy I have it. Here's the column. Wow, that's a thick pipe there. Man, that's beefy. I don't remember that being so beefy, but I guess it is. And the legs themselves, I don't get why they did this, but the plastic's actually under the feet here, so you have to pop the feet out to get the plastic out. It's kind of dumb, but whatever. Do the same thing on this side here. There's one leg. Again, these are really beefy. I don't remember them being so beefy, but I was really young. I'm not saving this plastic, I guess. I'll save the box. I don't think I'm gonna save the plastic. I think that's a little crazy. There we go. So, we have a bunch of parts now. I guess we should, there you go, there's a shot of all the parts. Let's put this thing together. Alright, so there's not really a ton to assemble, but we do have to put the column on the legs here, so we can go ahead and do that. Careful not to lose all these washers. These kind of notoriously loosen up over time. I've had to fix plenty that were super wobbly just because these screws came undone. I guess they didn't invest in Loctite. But yeah, I'm still kind of in shock that I found this thing. And you know, I'd be happy enough just to find it, but I found it brand new in the box. I still can't get over it. I'm sorry if I repeat that a lot. I'm just like super excited. And, you know, in shock. Be careful not to scratch anything. Whoops, I almost just forgot the, Oh, actually, you know, I can put that on after. What am I doing? It should stand on there. Paint is so nice on this. It's crazy. Normally they're all scuffed and scratched and beat up. Alright, that's one leg done. Let's do the other two. Come on, there we go. I just realized that this blade is actually slightly warped from being stuck in the box for so long. Hope that's not a problem. But if it is, I think I have a spare blade somewhere. I have this old beat up W. White Westinghouse rebrand SMC at my grandpa's. It's really beat up. It's pretty much trashed, but I grabbed it just because it was the closest thing I could find to an SMC. But it was from 2001 and had the same exact blade. I just don't know if that's a 16 or an 18 inch. Oh! Wait a second. There we go. Alright. For a second there I got scared that I was supposed to do that first. Well, there's our stand. I'm going to grab the pole here. Let's put the top half together now. I'm going to shift that out of the way and grab this stuff. Got our motor assembly. Put this on. Nobody's done this wrong and broke off all the pegs and all that stuff, so that's nice. Tighten that down. This is what I mean about it being slightly warped there. I really hope that's not too much of an issue. Might make it vibrate a little bit, but can live with a little vibration as long as it performs decently. I don't know though. Alright. Bearings are still good. I would hope they would be. And the band. This definitely brings back memories. Trying to finagle this thing together. There we go. Wow. This is so weird because my grandpa also used to store this in two halves. He used to hang the fan up and the top half of the fan up off like a hook in the basement like this, and the base would be around, and I'd always come over and put it back together. So let's put the fan on the base now. Hopefully that's at a good enough height here, but here we go. I'm trying to line this up. Man, I really don't remember this being so beefy, but I guess that's a good thing. Oh, there we go. It's on. We got the knob here. Tighten that up. Just enough. Hopefully it won't break it. See how high it extends. Wow. Yeah, I must have been pretty short and tiny when I was playing with this thing, because I remember this being like massive. But yeah, there we go. There's our SMC SP-18 Pedestal Fan. Let's plug it in. This thing is so big I have to move the camera like 10 feet back. I've got it plugged in now. I'm gonna go for the official first start. Here we go. Here is high. Certainly vibrating a decent amount, but wow. Yeah, that moves a lot of air. Sounds awfully restricted though. That could just be the warped blade. I'm kind of disappointed that that happened, but oh well. We're gonna try oscillation. Seems to work pretty well. Let's go down the medium. And low. Yeah, I think that warped blade is causing it to sound very kind of like restricted and weird. It's definitely a bit louder than I remember, but that again could be because of the warped blade. I'm gonna go to high and we'll do a spin down. Alright, here we go, spin down. Wow, those bearings sound really dry. I might have to pull this thing apart and lubricate it. Although it's got a decent spin down. Yeah, that's a pretty decent spin down, I'd say, but it sounds very dry. So I might pull this thing apart and lubricate it. Alright, let's get a startup sound on low. That's not a scratch, that's a piece of dog hair. You hear how dry that sounds? Let's go to high. Startup sound. I'm gonna say we pull this thing apart now and lubricate it, because why not? Might as well do it now and not have to worry about it again. So let's pull this thing apart again and give the motor a little oil. I'd say that's a little bit warped. Oh well, not much we can do. I always thought that these motor caps were held on kind of interestingly. Oh, you know what? I forgot. These have a screw that holds the oscillator knob on. I almost forgot. I honestly prefer the screw, because it's really annoying sometimes to pull the ones off that are just kind of snap-on. I always feel like you're going to break them. But speaking of snap-on, this motor cover, I never particularly was fond of this. How much you have to bend these little pegs out of the way. I mean, bend these little tabs out of the way. And then they have pegs on the back too. Trying to be very, very careful. It's the only problem with getting such a nice fan is that you have to be super careful with it, not to damage it in any way. Try not to get too many, I'm going to have to clean this already. Look, I got fingerprints all over it. Dirty fingerprints. Alright, there's our motor. I'd say that's a pretty hefty motor. Man, this is heavy. I just realized how heavy that was. I haven't lifted it yet, I guess. And on this side is our famously poor design of the wire with its new and added retention clip there. But if you ask me, that almost makes it worse. It can still move in there. I guess while I have this apart, I might as well address that. Man, this plastic just loves dirty fingerprints. I've already got fingerprints all over this fan that I have to clean off. I'm going to pull this right off. Drop all the screws on the ground, of course. I'm not working in the shop, so I'll actually be able to find them. There we go. There's our bare motor. So, debating what the best way to do this is. Alright, I guess we've gone this far, we might as well pull the motor apart. So I ended up taking this down to the shop anyways because it was going to be easier. I actually used a nut driver to grab the nut and spin that off. It seemed to work a lot better. So there are oil wicks down there. I'm going to make sure I get a decent amount of oil in them. And then I'll throw this thing back together and we'll come back. So what I've gone ahead and done before I completely reassemble is I put a thick layer of electrical tape around the area where that clip is. So hopefully when that moves a little bit, it will rub on the electrical tape and not the insulation of the wire. I do believe that they fixed the recall by 2001, and coupled with the fact that I just put all this electrical tape on here, I think it should be fine to oscillate. Obviously I'm not going to let it oscillate overnight or when I'm not there, but when I'm around, I think I might let it do it a little bit. So anyways, let's continue on with the reassembly. Let's see if my modification worked at all. I'd say so. That wire's not moving at all now. The only place it's really moving is down here. I would say that's probably fine. Cool. So guys, I think I'm going to wrap this one up for now. I'm still very happy and excited that I found this thing. And it seems to run pretty well. Managed to fix the defect in this thing, or improve the existing solution that they had. It is unfortunate that two of these blades are a little warped. But, oh well, what are you going to do? I mean, considering how long I've been looking... Well, actually, you know what? That doesn't look terrible anymore. It's just slightly. And this one... Oh, it's really that one, actually. But anyways, considering what I got this fan for and how long I've been looking, I could put up with it. But, yeah, I'm still very happy with how this came out. So, let's give it one more run here. And then we'll close out the video. So here's high. Try and get a start sound. This thing still throws a tremendous amount of air despite the warped blade. Do a little oscillation here. Go even further away here. I'm probably a good 20-30 feet away and I could still feel a strong breeze. Of course that's on high, but still. Here's medium. And low. Again, 20 to 30 feet away here on low. You can still feel a nice breeze. Yeah, that's a pretty strong breeze. Let's put it back up to high and do a spin down. It does vibrate some though, that's the only thing. Anyways, here's the spin down. That oil really hasn't had a lot of time to soak in. I haven't run this thing a ton, but it's still not bad. So anyways guys, I'm going to thank you for watching.
If you like what you see, hit the little subscribe button. It turns out there's only like 10-11% of my viewers actually are subscribed. So if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. There's going to be more of it. This content coming. If you have a comment, leave one in the section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.